So, our next topic is what makes a good entrepreneur? I'd say tenacity is my word that I would use. Just somebody who doesn't give up, loves their product.
What a novel phrase.
Just loves what they do, has good vision, a good founder product fit, a good product market fit, right?
Well, now you're getting into
Isn't that for the company, not you?
Not what makes a good entrepreneur.
You yourself
Okay,
need to have a good product market fit.
Somebody who's a visionary, somebody a lot like all of us. No, I'm just kidding. You're a terrible entrepreneur.
Thank you, Dan.
Oh, this is
And
not
that's
going
why
well.
we're shooting videos on a Saturday instead of building something.
So what do you think makes a good entrepreneur?
A good entrepreneur, I think, is a combination of things. I mean, you have to obviously have some amount of technical skill. I mean, I think it's possible for there to be non-tech founders, but I think you have to at least understand technology enough to, as somebody who is a technical or was a technical co-founder, it worked that despite my co-founder not being the technical side of things, he understood technology enough that when I came to him and said, this is the tech problem I'm working on, this is what's going on, it's going to take me this long to solve it, he didn't tell me I'm being ridiculous because he understood technology enough to understand me.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I think you also need to have the skills that most tech people don't have, like the ability to network, the ability to be social, the ability to make connections to people, market yourself, sell yourself, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with all that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you also need to want to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually really important, especially today.
I mean, are there cases of people who...
Well, so entrepreneurship is very in vogue right now, right? And people are moving here and they're moving to places around the world so they can be an entrepreneur, as if all the cool kids are doing it. And it doesn't work like that. It needs to be, it's a lifestyle and it's a way of working, and if you want to be that, you can, but you need to want to be that for the sake of it and the value it provides you, not necessarily what you think other people will think about you, or some or some fashion statement, or because you think it's the only way to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you certainly, I mean, if you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to build a very successful business, money is important and you have to have that into the equation, but it's only one very small piece of, I think, the necessary ingredients, and a lot of it are sort of what you just said. You need to have that drive, and you need to have that goal to really to build something great and that you want to, even if you didn't make any money from it.
Yeah, I think along sort of the same lines of there being so many people coming out here, I think a lot of people don't understand how hard it actually is.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
And so I think you need to have a high pain threshold.
Oh yeah.
And you need to have a willingness to fail and a willingness to, or the ability to learn from failure as opposed to get discouraged by failure.
Yeah. I think I mean, being discouraged and quitting is, I mean, that's death to entrepreneurship. There we go. And you need to figure out a way to overcome that.
One of my favorite quotes, I just love it. It's in order to become an overnight success, you've had to have at least 10 years of failure.
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yep.
That's absolutely true. Everyone that you see who comes out with an app and is an overnight success, Instagram. But I mean,
no, it's true.
But
he was
they've
doing
been
that for
developers
7 years or something like that, a long time.
Yeah.
I like Kickstarter, 10 years.
Yeah, and
they were working for 10 freaking years. But everyone's like, oh, Kickstarter, it's like they did a little thing and now it's like, everyone used it. I'm like, they didn't do that. You built that yesterday.
Yeah. Right.
Like, they were working on that thing for a really long time.
And then all of them themselves probably have projects that have never seen the light of day.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's just like dealing with that.
Yeah, Instagram was originally Bourbon. Original thing, and that completely bombed, and then it turned into Instagram eventually.
Because his girlfriend's like, you should add filters. Like, the quote was, why do my friends' pictures look so good? It's like, well, because he put those stupid filters on them. It's like, well, you should too. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was Instagram. I don't know. And the thing is, like, I think a lot of people think that entrepreneurship, it's going to be a lot of fun.
So that's another good point that you just made is being able to listen to what people really want, right? I mean, that's it. if you're just stuck with your head down and you're not listening to what people really want, then who are you building for?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, basically being receptive to feedback. Feedback about both your product and your process, as well as your company and yourself. Because it's not fun. Like, entrepreneurship, it's going to be so much fun. I don't have to work for anybody. I'm my own boss. It's going to be so cool. No, it's a pain in the ass. And you need to be able to overcome that, and you need to let people that are smarter than you help you overcome that. So
I think that was one of the toughest things for me personally to learn, was just how to ask for help as an entrepreneur. Because you always want to be right. You want to feel like because it's almost like when you're outside of entrepreneurship, it's almost like a signal of weakness where you have to like rely on other people.
And recognizing your own weaknesses,
right.
And like I said earlier, networking enough to find people who can make up for the weaknesses that you realize you have.
So do you think some of the best entrepreneurs have some of the best mentors and advisors as well?
Yeah, they're good at finding advisors or mentors, or just people to ask for help.
I think it's a little, and to go a little meta, it's not necessarily that an entrepreneur is good at everything. In fact, they could be terrible at everything. It's they know how to get it done, even if they're not the ones doing it. So if they have a challenge, they can find the people who can help them solve that challenge. If their product is sucking, they can find the people to tell them, what does my product need to have so it becomes successful? If they can't, like, whatever it is, or they can figure out how to do that. And so it's almost, an entrepreneur is the glue that brings it together. It's not the actual popsicle sticks. It's bringing the popsicle sticks together.
I like that. That's very nice.